Today, I will be talking about the FCMP dual chamber tumbling composter. I'll be building it, I'll be talking about if that was easy, if it was hard, and what I think about this composter now that I've been using it regularly for several months. Now, skincare is super important when you are out in the elements. I am wearing Summer Cream by Happy Little Herbs. It is a reef-friendly skin greatness product that keeps my skin happy and hydrated and gives me a nice layer of herbal goodness when I'm out in the sun. In regards to the directions, I would consider myself a pretty handy person. I have a full wood workshop. I definitely am somebody who's familiar with fixing things, whether that's maintenance on a house, fixing ACs, minor electrical work, building anything with wood, basic things. I definitely am the one to do that. These directions were really unclear. I had a difficult time understanding them, and we will see that I do struggle with this build a bit. You will notice that there are really light etchings of the parts onto some of the pieces, and that was a way I could figure out what the heck I was looking at. Even with these parts marked and me trying to follow the drawing, I did end up putting on the legs of this composter backward. To me, they all looked like the same size. I followed the directions. I thought I was doing everything correctly, and it all fit into place until I got to that top part. Once I got to the upper bar, I realized something was wrong, and in the moment, I'm not sure if it was the heat or if I was just not paying attention, but I could not tell heads or tails of why my legs were not fitting. Because when lined up, we are so far off. So I'm not quite sure what I need to do now. So I just continued on with the build, and at the end, I ended up emailing FCMP, and they let me know that I had the legs on in reverse. There's a short side and a long side, which I couldn't determine, but I did flip them, and then the legs fit perfectly. So thank you for letting me know I was dumb. So I do appreciate when a company will let you know what's going on with your build. Where you see this is going to be the last side. Same on both sides. Circle, this top bit here is the last side, so we're going to turn it to the right, and we're going to start with the left side of the circle. Turn this to the right, left side of the circle. Additionally, for tools, I did need a screwdriver, and I ended up using a ratchet. It's this little ridge in the middle where this is gonna sit. Whoop. But that ridge is where this goes. So hopefully we can see it a little bit better this way, but that ridge, we're gonna scoot this wheel over and get that wheel wanting to go into that ridge, just like that. And we're gonna try and keep it there while we build the rest of this. So now the next side is not gonna be this side, that's the last side, so we're gonna go around from there. So we're gonna go up this way and around. So don't go this way, go into the back. There are these little nibs right there that you can clip into right there on each side. And once you get that in, it almost locks into place. I hope you're enjoying this video so far. If you are, please give it a like, hit the subscribe button, and share it with a friend who will like the video. So this is going to be the fourth piece I'm putting on, and the wheel is officially locked into place now, so make sure your wheel is in the groove by this point, otherwise it's going to get difficult. So it's almost done, and I've only been hand tightening to this point, so I am going to go tighten these before I put on the last panel and then the final panel. So the last of the normals and then the slider. So I'm gonna go tighten all of those bolts, and you should have 2 on each side and then 3 in the middle. So there's 1 missing there, 2, 3, and then those 2 on the side. Where that closes, and then it's gonna clip on top just like that. So it'll go seamless there, and you access everything by sliding. And this looks like it's upside down on this side, but I think it's going to sit the other way. So it will sit that way, which will make it right side up. And of course, before you lock anything in, make sure that wheel is secure. So at this point, it should not really move at all. Now, I did receive this composter for free. My city did an initiative to get composting tools out into rural communities. This is made with 100% recycled resin, which is great. So for those of you worried that it was plastic, at least it is recycled. I also do want to say that I love this shredder. It is able to shred cardboard. I've been using it for over a year now, almost 2 years. This shreds it down into these nice little sheets so it composts faster. And I use these shreddings for everything. It's a really great way to get that brown material, that dry material in the compost. And I have a ton of veggie scraps, so I am constantly looking for that brown material to put in, and cardboard is one of the best things I can add to it. I was also gifted this countertop composter. This is by the company OXO or OXO. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Now, I adore this composter. I am shocked that the smell of the rot happening inside does not permeate past the bucket. And I have had some funky stuff growing in my tabletop composter before I take it out to the big compost. At this point, I've been using this composter for about 6 months. I am only about halfway up in the composting chamber, and I compost everything. These chambers are huge. I haven't even used the other side, and it is just composting so quickly that I am constantly adding more stuff, and the heat inside of it is wildly hot. It's so much more efficient than my ground composting pile. The one thing I will say is it does leak through the holes. You will see seepage, whether that is too much wet stuff in your composter or if it's raining. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you love composting as much as I do, check out Save the Scraps. It is my children's book about composting. It is a really fun picture book. It is used by composting initiatives across the nation, and I am so excited to share that with you all. There is a free animated audiobook version right here on YouTube.